Another brawl has concluded, and my guild is now back in Tier 3. We end up squeaking out a second place finish, second only to Immortal Gods 4. However, I at least personally had Immortal Gods number. I was in this brawl with 5 of my accounts, and that means that I faced Immortal Gods members 5 times. Here is the first of 5 matches. 3 of these will be Gold Foil only fray. This one is one of those. Gold Foil only, basically modern Gold League. I gave Milo Cat for Gold Foils, delegated to it, only basically Tarsa and some Chaos Legion, Fire and Neutrals, and I think also Kelly and some Waters. Only had 3 matches and actually used Tarsa for all 3. And spoiler alert, since this match isn't quite done yet, but Milo Cat went 3-0, despite having a very limited card pool to choose from in this Gold Foil only fray. And as you can see here, my Bloodluster doing a lot of the heavy lifting, although Jin and Fernie did a decent amount there too, helped by the fact that did extra damage to their Bloodluster as well. So that is 1 battle down, 1-0 against Immortal Gods 4. To the next count. Alright, and next up is 2/3 Wizard against Z Sander of Immortal Gods 4. 2/3 Wizard had 4 brawl battles and actually went death in all 4 of them. I used Astral Entity in 1, which I think was the one loss I had. And the other 3, I used Thaddeus Brood to some nice luck. Definitely helped here the fact that they went with Obsidian for +1 magic, and I had Thaddeus Brood for the -1 magic. So I essentially canceled their summoner out while also dishing out the -1 health. They were also pretty armor heavy, which didn't help them as I'm very, very magic heavy. They did have some magic attackers here, so I do ultimately get through our Harclaw, but not nearly fast enough as we just lay down the smackdown with our magical attackers in the back lines. I'll also do my best to reduce my opponent. My summoners reducing their magic by 1. Harclaw was reducing their melee by 1, and Riftwing is reducing their range attacks by 1. So no matter what attack type they threw out, they were going to be reduced by 1. I also have the extra speed there thanks to Supply Runner. And win that one pretty convincingly to personally go 2-0 against Immortal Gods. But there's still 3 accounts to go. To the next. Alright, this third battle. Plumber's Quack against a Thunderstruck, who is actually the co-leader, I believe, of Immortal Gods 4. So they've got a level 2 Byzantine Kitty, and I've got a level 3 Ouster Rotwell. Basically, I'm under-leveled here. Level 2 Legendary is essentially equivalent to a level 4 Rare. So I'm basically 1 level shy of what I could or should be. As you can see up here, 2 for the fray limits. Rare being level 4, but I'm only at level 3 here. The rule set, let's get this rolling here. No ranged, monsters have no abilities, and there's a blast rule set as well. So I actually go semi-wonky here, where I've got melee in the second spot as well. But I just basically picked who I could fit in there with the most health to survive, while my magical attackers behind there do most of the damage. And blast here obviously doing me a lot of help, and actually a detriment to the opponent, because since I have Magic Reflect thanks to my summoner, every time they attack with their magical attackers, blast hits 2 of my monsters, but it also reflects their magic back twice. This ends up being quite close here, as you can see. Now, I've kind of already spoiled the results, but it's still fun to see it all unfold all the same. Here we go, and I am now down to 2 monsters to their 2, and like they look stronger to an extent, but get the attacks off just in time essentially, because if they could have gotten 1 more heal off there with the Byzantine Kitty on the Jin Oceanus, that would have been detrimental, because doing 2 damage with Taurus and Chief would not have been enough to sustain. So got that one in just by the skin of my teeth, as they say. Another big one there. So that's 3-0 through the 3 accounts that were in the Gold Foil only phrase. Now on to regular foil, shall we? Alright, next up, battle number 4, Digital Breaker, that being me, against Delavosa of Immortal Gods 4. Now, first impression here, well, they've got a Korra. That can't be good. But we have, Shaunus in the front, which has Void. And as you can see already, before you can see the rule sets, we have another Magic Reflect rule set, which apparently is my lucky rule set. We also have Cripple and Trample. Anytime Trample comes up, spoiler if you want to, trounce me, especially in Brawls, I love Possibilis. When Trample rule set's there, I love Possibilis even more, just to get those extra attacks off. I do well with Possibilis. It's always been one of the cheaper legendary summoners since it released, but it works for me. So there, my Bloodlust gets the KO, but does not Trample because it was the final one in their back line, and thus there's no one behind him to Trample, unfortunately. But getting kind of deep in here, and there we get another Bloodlust, but again, not Trample because it is the backmost of their monster line there. And now Korra getting a little beefier there thanks to the Martyr. But is it enough? Well, you guys already know. You already know. 10 health. We've got pretty good beef there left. Got one miss, but that one miss not enough as our Bloodluster takes down one more, reaching 7 melee. And I move to 4-0 against Immortal Gods 4 in the Brawl. With 1 to go, my main account. Alright, final battle. Jeff opens cards. That's me. Against Cherrynator89 of Immortal Gods 4. And we've got another Korra on the field here, folks. As you can already see, we've got Silence Summoners. I think with my main account, my first 3 Brawl battles all had Silence Summoners, which is kind of wonky, but it is what it is. And I think this is another... Is this another Blast rule set? Maybe not. So, even Stevens, slow, and we are silenced. But you can see here, I've got the Resurrecting Rooney. I also have Self-Resurrecting Rooney. I also have Resurrect with our High Priest Darius. Let's see. Oh, and I've got Silence with... Oh, what's her name? Silence with Prismologist. So, all of their magic is reduced by 1, which... they don't get the +1 with Obsidian because it is Silent Summoners. So that makes them quite weak on the attack front, which obviously helps matters greatly for us. And down goes their Korra. Why do I keep saying... Yeah, Korra. That's right that time. I'm saying too many names, and my name recall is not working that great. But anyways, down goes our Resurrector. But our Bila the Radiant... Not sure you pronounce her name for sure, but she possibly the MVP of this battle, as she got off a lot of stuns in here, which definitely helped increase our odds of victory for sure. But ultimately, just too overwhelming, too much power. That silence in the back line definitely helped tremendously as well. And in the end, I go with my 5 accounts, 5-0 against Immortal Gods 4 in the Brawl. Immortal Gods 4 did win the war as they got first in the Brawl, but I won the battle of my own there. So just go here. So Digital Breaker, I went 5-3. Jeff opens cards, 5-3. Milo Cat, 3-0. 2/3, 3-1. And my worst one, Plumber's Quack, was 2-3. So let's see, that's 2-3. 2, 4, 5, 4, 8, 4, 13, 7, 13, 7, 18, 10. I went 18-10 in Brawl. 18-10. And there are the final standings. We were actually in 4th place, basically the entire Brawl. And then my final match with Milo Cat, the 3rd of 3 matches was submitted with like 3 minutes left in Brawl. And that was a head-to-head win against Furious Chickens, which put us ahead of Furious Chickens by 1 win to go to 3rd. Then when all the surrenders happened, we moved to 2nd because Teenage Legion 10 and Furious Chickens and Teenage Legion 9 all had at least 1 member that didn't submit their battles. So we got a lot more wins when the surrenders came in than they did. Our guild filled every fray, and every member completed all of their battles, which definitely gave us the best chances to win. We only finished 3 games over 500 at 59 and 56. which was well behind Immortal Gods, and just barely ahead of the two behind us. But doesn't matter how much you win by, rather we get one win more than the team behind us or 10, still second place. It's not first, but the last time we did Tier 3 Brawls, we finished in last and second to last consistently, but we also weren't feeling all the frays. So we moved back to Tier 2, and then we finally got more members into the guild. We were able to fill all the frays. We won 3 consecutive Brawls in Tier 2, and now this is the first Brawl we went back to Tier 3. And so far, so good through the first Brawl. We'll try to run it back and get at least second place again next time. Maybe even a first. Who knows? We'll see what we're up against. Maybe we'll have some more fun where I can playfully banter here and maybe start some new rivalries here in Brawl. So, Immortal Gods 4, next time. I'll do my best to have your number again. And we'll see if you give me a big run for my money next time. All in good fun. Just doing my thing. But that's all for this video. Subscribe and rock, smash that like button. Join the Discord. Links down below. That's something you gotta do if you want to join our giveaway for the 100 Chaos Legion packs. Well, as of today, it's down to 99 because we didn't get there yet. But we are growing nicely. So keep that pace going. And it won't be 100 packs, but it's gonna be up there, I think, if we keep this pace going. So join the giveaway if you haven't already. I'll have that link down below as well, probably. But yeah, all you gotta join the Discord to complete your entries. So either way, it's a good time. And yeah, I'm rambling. So thanks for watching again.